Hello everyone, and welcome to Melissa Data's WebClinic, Customers Constantly Moving? Problem Solved with Change of Address Service for Listware Online. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Amy Breyer, and today we'll be learning how Listware Online updates the addresses of people and businesses that have moved to keep your customer connections solid. As we begin, I'd like to encourage you to submit questions at any point during the presentation. Then we'll answer as many as possible at the end. If we miss your question, or you think of a question later, please don't hesitate to contact us. Peter's information will be on screen. Now I'll turn your attention to Peter Handfield, our data quality expert, who will be demonstrating today. Peter?
Thanks, Amy, for that introduction. My name is Peter, and today we'll be talking about our NCOALink service within our Listware Online product. Listware Online is an online portal that gives access to some of our most popular data cleansing services. It utilizes a system of credits that follows a pay-to-play model. This allows you to pay only for services and data that you want to proceed and append. Because Listware Online is accessed through this portal, you can upload and download process files from virtually anywhere. It also gives you access to our services during non-business hours. We offer some of our most popular services through Listware Online, including our NCOALink service. This service uses a secure data set of approximately 160 million change of address records going back 48 months that is provided to us from the United States Postal Service. Running NCOALink enables mailers to update mailing lists with new addresses from individuals, families, and businesses that have moved. In addition to updating your list with the correct address for your customers, we'll also be able to tell you if a customer has moved out of the country or has moved and left no forwarding address. There are many reasons why you should use the NCOA service. Some of those reasons are it is now required by the United States Postal Service. If you are doing a bulk mailing, the list has to be processed every 95 days. Even if there is no moves, the service will improve the quality of your list by standardizing it. With more accurate data, your mailing will reach its target faster. It's less expensive than ACS, and auxiliary endorsements on the mail piece will help reduce undeliverable mail, resulting in postage and material savings. And it will help you maintain an accurate customer database. In future webinars, we'll discuss Listware Online's other capabilities and nuances, such as demographic appends, Canadian change of address, global address verifications, geographic appends, real-time email validation, and more on the horizon, such as pre-sorting and property appends. Let's do a live demo and see firsthand how to navigate through the service. The first thing you want to do is go to our website, which is melissadata.com. Then under the Data Quality tab, you'll go to Listware, and then we'll choose Online. And the first thing you'll want to do is you'll want to upload your file. So we click on Upload File Now. And we'll select for today's demo, we'll be doing NCOALink service. Then we'll upload our file by clicking on the Select File and browsing to the file. As you can see right here, it brings up a little warning that says a valid PAF file must be on file on your account. If you do not have a valid PAF, you'll see a blue link or red link right below the upload button that'll provide you with a link to fill out the form so you can have a valid PAF file. And now we'll go, since I already have a valid PAF, it doesn't show the warning for me. We'll go ahead and upload the file. And here we can see that here's the file name that I uploaded and how big it is, and that it has a record, it has a header, and how many records are in it. And next, here's where we tell it what type of processing we want. the frequency, and how many months. The processing types are standard, residential, business and individual, and individuals only, and businesses only. For most cases, you'll just want to leave these as the default and choose standard. Mailing frequency is how many times that you plan on doing the mailing. By default, it leaves it at 12. Usually in most cases, this is fine. And the months, how far back it goes for the moves. So if they've moved in the last 4 years, it'll tell you and correct the address. Here's where we tell it what field each field is. So this is going to be our last name field. We know that's the first name. We know that's address. Address to city, state, and zip. And since I actually have data in here that it's not using, it puts it as non-available because we don't need it. If your list has headers, it will try to find the correct match, but sometimes it's not able to, and you will have to change it manually. Okay, we'll go ahead and hit the next button. Okay, these are some extra output columns that are added to the file at no additional cost. There is full name, prefix, first name, middle name, last name, suffix. Then all the different address components, company name, address, city, state, postal code, country, and address key. For this list, I know it doesn't have any companies in it, so I'm just going to uncheck the company. Then you got the different move codes. This will tell you the move type, move status, and move date. And here's extra information that we could also append, whether just suite, urbanization for Puerto Rico, city abbreviations. It's for a different country, the ISO code, the carrier route, and delivery point. We'll go ahead and add carrier route and delivery point for this one. And then there's also parsed address information in case you need your address parsed. And then we'll go ahead and hit next. And this just gives you a breakdown of what exactly that the service will do. So it's going to do the NCOA service, standard 12 months for 48 months. And here's their different input columns that we selected and our output columns that we selected. The output file, which is Excel. And then we could have group the result codes by type. Well, since we're only doing the one service, it's probably, you don't really need to check this box since it'll all be smart movements. And then here is where we create a job, so we can go back and take a look at the data. And now that I have a name, I'll go ahead and process the file. Depending on the size of the list, it determines how long it'll take. This list is pretty small, so it should not take too long. And the screen should refresh every 10 seconds. Okay, now that the status has changed to ready, we can go ahead and view the report. Here's the breakdown of how many good records, how many bad records. There was no empty records. There was 218 addresses that were corrected, 27 individual moves, 24 family moves, and 7 business moves. And here's a little chart that kind of shows that exact information. If you want to find out what the results codes are, you can just click on this link right here. But for right now, we're just going to purchase the list. And of course, I have my 93 credits, so I'll go ahead and purchase it. And now I'll see a download button, so I'll go ahead and download it. And here's the file right now. Let me go ahead and extract it. Okay, these are all the original columns that we put in there from A to H, and here are the ones that the service appended. They put the full name, the first name, middle initial, last name, the address to, city, state, zip, country name, and the move type. Looks like there's a few moves in this file. Like this one right here looks like it was a family move. So the entire family moved on December of 2015. And we can see that they went from 100 Walter Circle to 687 Clear Springs Hollow. There's also some business moves, I believe, in this list. And here's an individual move, so just this person, not the entire family, moved. The main difference between the business and the individual is the individual is actually set to the first person and the last name, whereas the family is just set to the last name. As you can see from this list, even though we only have about 80 moves in total, we do end up having to pay for the entire 933 records that got processed. This is the only service, I believe, that we offer that is actually you had to pay for all the lists to get processed because it's required by the United States Postal Service. This concludes the live demo. Here's Amy.
Thank you so much for your submissions. We're going to be answering a few questions. You are more than welcome to enter in a question at this time. Okay, our first question is, what fields are required?
The fields that are required are full name and or the company name, address, city, state, and zip code. You could have both the full name and the company name also in the database.
Okay, our second question is there a minimum number of records?
Yes, there is. There's 100 records is the minimum. It's required by the United States Postal Service that we only process a list that has over 100 records.
All right, well, that concludes our question and answer period. Thank you once again for joining Melissa Data's Web Clinic, Customers Constantly Moving, Problem Solved with Change of Address Service for Listware Online. Visit our website to stay up to date on our latest webinars by checking out our news and events section at the bottom of our homepage, melissadata.com. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.